Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Nafisa Rashid, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacology at the Women's Medical College. Welcome to our online session. Our today's topic is tetracycline. At first, we have to know that what type of antibiotic it is. Tetracycline, it is which type of antibiotic? Is it bactericidal or bacteriostatic, or it is broad spectrum or narrow spectrum? Please answer me. Static, yes, Umayma. First reply, okay. It is bacteriostatic. That means it can hold the bacterial growth and multiplication. And it is also broad spectrum. We have to know that what are the spectrum coverage. I will mention it later. But at first, we say that it is broad spectrum, number one, and then it is bacteriostatic. Now, why it is called tetracycline? Because of its structure. Because there are 4 cyclohexane rings are here, and they are partially unsaturated, and for this cyclohexane ring, it is named tetracycline. You know, tetra means 4. Now, what are the classification? Thank you, Humaira. Classification is according to source, it can be classified into 2 types, and according to duration of action, it can also be classified into 3 types. According to source, we have natural and synthetic. Then what are the natural? Please students, you answer me. What are the natural? Natural are oxytetracycline, chlortetracycline, demeclocycline. These are the natural. And semi-synthetic, doxycycline, minocycline, methacycline, tetracycline, etc. Now, according to duration of action, they are short-acting, intermediate acting, and long-acting. You have to memorize it for your viva and also for the written. Okay. Now, short-acting, the duration is up to 6 to 8 hours. They are oxytetracycline, chlortetracycline, also tetracycline. And intermediate actings are up to 12 hours, and they are demeclocycline. And the long actings are doxy and mino. We have to remember the advantage of doxy and minocycline over tetracycline. This is a very important question for your written. And the duration is up to 12 to 24 hours. Okay. Now, comes to the next slide, that is how it acts, how it produces its action over the organism. Now, tetracycline selectively enters into the susceptible organism by passive diffusion and then energy dependent active transport. You should memorize it, active transport, and which is energy dependent. Then it competes with the bacterial, you say transfer RNA or messenger RNA. Do you know? Do you know, students? It is transfer RNA or messenger RNA. It competes, yes, good. Umayma and Ashrafi Kobir, Rabia, thank you. Okay. It competes with the bacterial transfer RNA to bind with the 30S ribosome. Then it inhibits the bacterial protein synthesis. It halts the protein synthesis of the bacteria. Now, if the protein is not synthesized well, the growth and multiplication of the organism should be stopped. Then how the patient gets recovery? Can you say how the patients get recovery? The bacteria are not killed, only the growth and multiplication is stopped. Then how the patient gets recovery? Can you answer? Yes, the body immunity. The body immunity removes the bacteria from the body. Body immunity removes the bacteria from the body. Now, what are the routes of tetracycline? Routes of tetracycline. It is oral, parenteral, and also local. Oral, parenteral, and also local. Thanks the students who are responding so swiftly. Now, what are the pharmacokinetic property? At first, absorption. You know that there are some problems in case of absorption of tetracycline. When you go through the tetracycline, you should remember some important points like absorption, distribution, and adverse effects of tetracycline. Number 1, absorption. It is incompletely absorbed. Yes, incompletely absorbed, but there are some exceptions that are minocycline and doxycycline. Why it is incompletely absorbed? Because food interferes with its absorption, like dairy food, like antacid containing drug, dairy products, iron containing drug, etc. interferes with its absorption. That means if we take 2 hours, spacing in taking the tetracycline after food or after taking the drug, we can take the food after 2 hours. So food interference can be prevented. So we have to remember it that tetracycline is absorption is must be gapping with the food. Iron containing food and also the antacid that contains aluminium, calcium, magnesium. These types of ion interferes with the absorption of the tetracycline. Okay. Then distribution. Distribution, it is widely distributed. Most fluid compartments are finely distributed with the tetracycline, but exception is the CSF. But CSF is also penetrated through the minocycline. Okay, then it can cross the placenta. Yes, it can cross through the breast milk. Yes, that means we have to take precaution during lactating. Okay, now metabolism. It is metabolized in the liver. Now excretion, most of the drugs are excreted through the urine, but there are some exceptions, that is it is excreted through bile, it is through the saliva, it is through the breast milk, it is through the tear, etc. So we have to memorize its excretion also, because in case of renal failure, in case of liver failure, or in case of lactating mother or pregnant mother, we have to take precaution. Then what are the spectrum coverage of the tetracycline? This is an also important question. It acts against gram positive and also for gram negative. Of course it is, because for this reason it is broad spectrum. Now what are the spectrum coverage? At first you have to memorize that the peculiar name of the microorganism is it. Number 1 is Rickettsia, Chlamydia, Mycoplasma. Rickettsia, Chlamydia, Mycoplasma. These are the peculiar or short named organisms like Rickettsia. What are the indication in case of Rickettsia infection? These are the Q fever, typhus fever, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, relapsing fever, etc. are due to Rickettsia. Then what is the Mycoplasma? Mycoplasma pneumoniae. It is the indication of tetracycline. And what are the indication for the chlamydia infection? These are the pelvic inflammatory disease, psittacosis, trachoma, lymphogranuloma venerum, etc. Otherwise, also UTI, cholera, pneumonia, these are the also important indications of tetracycline. Okay, so you have to memorize 3 important things. Number 1, chlamydia, mycoplasma, and rickettsia. Okay, if you memorize only 3 types, then you can answer multiple indication of tetracycline. Okay, then what are the contraindication? I have said it before, that is during pregnancy we have to stop this drug. We never give the drug during pregnancy, because in early pregnancy teratogenicity is very important adverse effect, very common adverse effect, so we never give it during pregnancy. In case of late pregnancy, already the fetus is formed, its bone, its muscle, everything is all formed during the late pregnancy, because as it has affinity to the calcium and phosphate containing tissue like bones, teeth, so we have to take precaution. Like fetal bone deformity is an important contraindication of tetracycline. Then lactating mother, it is also important because it excretes through the breast milk and can go to the newborn baby. So growth retardation may occur because early epiphysis of the bone. And also after 6 months there is some teeth eruption in case of child, so discoloration of teeth of the fetus of the newborn or the baby also occurs. Then children below the 8 hours, this is also important because of the early epiphysis of the bone. And renal failure, it is important because the tetracycline has affinity for the renal tissue, so they accumulate in the renal tubule and causes renal failure. But there is exception is doxycycline can be used in case of renal failure because it excretes through the feces. Now adverse effects. At first, I will say about the GIT upset and your favorite adverse effects: nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. This is your favorite adverse effect. Am I right? Okay. অনেকে লিখেছে renal failure. Good, Umayma. আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। এখন sore throat, perianal sore throat. Ji ma'am, yes ma'am. Perianal soreness due to opportunity infection. Why it's occur? Because due to opportunity infection by the candida, due to alteration of the normal flora. Then what is the treatment? only vitamin B complex is the treatment. You know superinfection very well, you know the treatment and you know the site of superinfection and also the underlying pathology. So I am not giving the explanation. I am also telling you that the treatment is only vitamin B complex. Another important adverse effect is pseudomembranous colitis, and the clinical feature is diarrhea. After staying long time in hospital, some patients develop this pseudomembranous colitis due to some strong broad spectrum antibiotic, and in that case the only treatment is the metronidazole. Simple treatment, only 5 days, 3 times daily, it's enough. Okay, now hypersensitivity. Thank you, Samira. Hypersensitivity, skin rash, allergy, dermatitis, drug fevers, these are the hypersensitive problems of tetracycline. And then you never will forget about the teeth and bone. I have mentioned it before, that dental hypoplasia, dental pigmentation, dental caries, etc. are early epiphysis of the bone, early joint fusion of the bone, because the tetracycline chelates with the calcium and phosphate containing tissue. Tetracycline chelates with the calcium and phosphate containing tissue. Now liver, it may occur hepatotoxicity, and kidney. Kidney is important organ. In case of tetracycline we have to mention it, because it aggravates the renal failure patient who has already renal problem will face more problem by taking tetracycline. Then fingernail, here is also staining of the fingernail, and there is vestibular problem in case of women who are taking minocycline. So you have to remember it during MCQ question, that women are more prone to develop vestibular problem by taking minocycline. What are the problems? These are dizziness, vertigo, tinnitus, etc. Okay, you will memorize it, that women are more prone to develop this type of vestibular problem in case of tetracycline consuming. Now another topics I will share, that Fanconi syndrome. This is due to ingestion of outdated tetracycline. Outdated tetracycline, if consumed by patient by a long time, then nitrogen retention will occur, and it is increases the urea excretion, then renal tubular acidosis, and the symptoms, the name of the condition is Fanconi syndrome, and the sign symptoms are like amino aciduria, glycosuria, polyuria, polydipsia, proteinuria, etc. Okay, this is called the Fanconi syndrome. And then there is a written question that comes frequently, that is why doxycycline is more better than tetracycline. I know that you answer it well, you can memorize it well, but I am telling you, because it is a revision class, that absorption distribution is well than tetracycline in case of doxycycline. It is about 95 to 100% absorption, and is not interfered with the food, or it can take after meal, immediate after meal. And distribution is it enters into tear, saliva. So meningococcal carrier state can be eradicated by doxycycline. Plasma half-life is more than tetracycline, and it excretes through the bile and feces, so renal failure patients can take it. And tetracycline resistance case, in case of tetracycline resistance case, we can use this doxycycline. But doxycycline causes hyperacidity in some patient. If you take doxycycline due to acne problem, you will face that acidity is increases in case of doxycycline. Some patients complain about that. Now the last one is resistance of the tetracycline, and that is the drug cannot actively enters into the cell. It is number one. If actively enters, then rapidly it excretes through the cell, and as a result optimum concentration of the drug is not in the cell for the time. So the drug is resistant. And then I will discuss about drug resistance, antibiotic resistance in later classes. So I think these are the important points that I have mentioned you about tetracycline, and this will be helpful for your prof. And thank you. Welcome for our next session.